Welcome to the StockMiner.com studios here in the Black Hills of South Dakota. I'm your StockMiner, Brian Johnson. I wanted to do an extra video. Need to get back in the habit of doing, I'd like to do at least 2 of these a week. Even though we saw nothing really happen today in the markets, I just wanted to do a really quick update video, kind of show you where we're at and where we're going. Things are really getting tired. Now, I mentioned this on Tuesday, and I said, I'm sure there's been a lot of blogs that have been saying for a long time that we're at a top, we're at a top, we're at a top. And I said, I really do think we're at a top. And I'll be honest, I really do think we're at a top. That hasn't changed at all over the last couple days for me. I've been very... for those of you that may visit my subscribers videos, you know that I've been talking about, stay long, it's okay, just be cautious, just be protecting as we go. But I've really kind of now I'm pretty much changed my timbre on that. I want you guys to know that, your strategy is your strategy, but for me, I won't be holding anything long overnight. I won't be holding any stocks long overnight. I won't be holding any indice ETFs long overnight. The only thing I will be holding overnight are bear ETFs, and I'm already short the market, have been for a while, and just waiting for that pullback to happen. So, if we happen to get a sloppy Friday, very common, might see on the SPX 8 points high to low tomorrow. If that we see a lot of that on Fridays. We don't get a lot of action on Fridays, it seems. First couple hours we'll get some action, and then it'll die off to basically nothing. I don't really have a problem with that, to be honest. And if we continue upwards, I really don't have a problem with that. I'm very comfortable with my short positions where they're at. I have a very good high cost average in them. I'm really not all that spooked. We are ready to turn around and topple over. Now, how far that'll go, I don't know. There's the bear look that says we're off to new depths, and the bull look is, well, it's just a pullback. For me, I'm just going to wait and see. I like the idea of hitting the end of a major wave where then we'll start a major drop in the markets, but we've been very strong, and I want to just tell you guys this. I'm very much about staying objective in the markets. I'm not big on, oh my gosh, I'm bearish, go short. And then the market goes up another 1,000 points, and I'm like, oh man, now we're really going to fall, go short. I'm not built that way. I want to make money, and I don't care if it's to the upside, I don't care if it's to the downside. I just want to make money in the markets. So I don't take a side. So if you're here because you want to hear me talk bullish or bearish talk, you're probably at the wrong place. I'm just going to tell you what I see is happening within the charts and let you make your own assessment and give you my best opinion on things, but I quite honestly don't care if the markets go up or go down. I just want to be on the right side of the trade. That's how you make money in the markets. You don't pick a side and then just stubbornly stick to it because you know you're right and the market's wrong. That's a great way to kill yourself and blow up your account. Those people exit quickly from the trading world and are left with a pretty bitter taste in their mouth. So I can see both sides. I can see the bull case. I can see the bear case. I'm equally as sold on both, to be honest, at this point. All I know is that the next move is going to be down. No question. If it's not tomorrow, it'll be early next week or something to that effect. But the next move is down. And I just want to be on the right side of that trade, and I'll reassess later. When it drops and starts to give me indication of maybe some sort of a move up or back up, I'll then reassess whether or not it's a bull look or a bear look or whatever it might be. But we'll give it time. So I want you, once again, for some of you that are new to the site, I want you to understand how I operate here. I'm just not big on picking sides and sticking to it because I'm stubborn. I don't care. I just want to make money. The next move is down, guys. You want to be watching these things. Okay, so into the charts. Let's blow through these things really quick because we didn't see much movement. Not much even over the last couple days since I did my video. Broke this line back here towards the end of January and have been hitting the back of it now, starting to really tire out as we roll our way over into the next drop in the markets themselves. Any further pushes to the upside, you can go long if you want. There isn't a whole lot of reward, I think, left to the long side. I'm actually just using it as an opportunity to build a short and to add to my short position because I do expect that to come here pretty soon. So as we head up and roll our way over, I'm not recommending any longs. You can, by all means, go ahead and take them if you'd like, but you're going to have to manage them. I would not recommend you stay long overnight. I would not recommend you stay long over the weekend. If you're going to do anything over the weekend, I would be short over the weekend and only a teeny bit, just a little bit, just dabble in it. You can always add to it come Monday, but if it happens to drop hard on Monday, at least you're in and you're going to make something on the deal. I don't expect a major pop to the upside on Monday, and if we do, I expect a major drop following the major pop on Monday. I just don't see a whole lot of upside left here, guys. We're very, very, very tired up here in the markets themselves, and it's all the bulls can do to claw their way literally up this hill that we've been watching now for the last, well, it started back in December, guys. So we've been climbing this hill for quite a while. Moving on to the daily, here's things I want you to watch. 20-day moving averages, these are big right now. Any revisits and any breaks of those, that's your moment to really start looking seriously at some short positions, especially if you're a more conservative trader. That's exactly where you want to be looking at things over the next few days. So you can see this big run that we've had up here. I really like, if you're a wave guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, finishing up wave 5. These 5s can extend, these 5s can get parabolic and shoot to the upside for a couple hundred points, but they always end up in the exact same place, down. That's just how these things resolve. So then I would expect to pull back into this area here, maybe as low as this 12.1 mark or this blue line that we have drawn in here. Reassess that at a different time, but let's focus first on those 20-day moving averages to the downside. NASDAQ, very, very strong. We'll be watching, of course, this line down here. Overall, once again, back to the daily, you can see the monster move this thing has had. And in my subscribers newsletter, I cover Apple. I love to trade Apple, so I'm a big Apple guy. I like to follow it. It's been an absolute monster lately. I made the call to go long at like 380 and then definitely above 400 and 410 and 415. And there was a whole bunch of other places on the way up. Just this last week, just last Sunday, in my Sunday video, I told people above 460 in Apple was a good place to get in. We're pushing 500 in Apple. The thing's an absolute monster right now. If you're not already in, I wouldn't go long Apple anymore. I'd wait. You really need to be patient with it. Even if it runs up another 50 points, I would be so careful with Apple right here. It's very, very extended, but it is completely carrying the NASDAQ. It's just been a beast. A few other things are doing well, Baidu and some other things, but you'll notice that Apple's really the bigger gainer here, and just doing well here for the NASDAQ as we went up, sideways, and up yet again. So watch the NASDAQ here. Once again, looking for it to come back. I'm not a big shorter of the NASDAQ because it's such a strong indice. I would much rather personally short the NASDAQ, short the Dow, and then go long the NASDAQ when it goes up. But I'm not a big shorter of the NASDAQ. So watch this very closely. This one could get pretty ugly here. If we do start a pullback, the NASDAQ could get pretty ugly for a few days. From a weekly, just a monster as well. Once we broke this 2440 mark up here, it held not once but 2 weeks, and then it's just been off to the races ever since. I would not expect it to come back in any great momentum tomorrow. Maybe down a little bit, but not in any great way. Maybe start looking for that into next week. Sorry. Next week is options expiration week, and that's generally when we start to see a lot of extra volatility rolling into the market. SPX on a 60-minute here, holding beautifully to the 20. Period moving average on the 60. Really watching this line down here. Love something short below like that 1330 line or, yes, the 20-day moving average. Theme of the week. Watch this 20-day moving average on all of the indices. That's really the mark to watch. I think a very nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 type of a move. Looks very clean. Looks very nice. And this could finish up for the bulls. It's a 1, 2, larger 3, or an ABC type move. A lot of that is covered once again in my subscriber videos, so yes, shameless plug. But anyway, there's just more time in those to work on things like this. Anyway, like what I'm seeing up here, we're just closing in on the very, very top of this thing. If we reach 1360, 1370, so be it. Just going to keep adding to my short. I'm really not all that worried about it. I really do feel that when this thing drops, we're going to see a big red candle like this. Maybe not the first day. We might get a nice little subtle red candle the first day or even the second day and then start to see some drop, but eventually we're going to see some major movement here within the markets itself, no question. VIX here working its way back up. It has not been fooled by the markets at all. So let me show you this. If you guys have followed me at any time I look for this, there's a divergence here between the VIX and the markets. The markets were up, and lo and behold, the VIX was up. You can see there is no fooling the markets here. Okay, they're not fooled at all by this move to the upside. The VIX is climbing and climbing and climbing, which means the complacency is starting to kind of weed itself out. These strikes of 16 were very harsh, very sudden, and they didn't hang out there very much. So look for the VIX to maybe grind its way back up. You know as well, you know that I like it below the 20, showing me more complacency. But once we break that 20 mark, a little bit more fear rolling into the market. And that should bring in lower prices from a weekly. Same type of thing here. Could hammer out on the weekly before it's all over with. We'll see where that closes tomorrow. FAS, FAZ, we've been watching these moves here. Really like the move back up and over 91, but it didn't come on a move up and through. It came on a move that gapped up and ran back down. I'm not big on those type of moves. I prefer if I give an entry of like 91 that it run up and through 91 and not gap above it. So no real trades, to be quite honest, on FAS. The daily here you can see holding this 200 beautifully. That is your mark to the downside. Once we start to crawl back below there, little bit of caution needs to be taken, especially if you're long the FAS. FAZ then showing I should extend these lines, but showing a very nice, well-contained channel as it works its way downwards. Also stuck below the 20 period moving average here. Once again, the break was below this area, but it happened on a gap, so I'm not interested in those type of trades. Back to the upside, really kind of liking that 20, I'd say 27-ish area. If we can get back up into this area, and ultimately the 20, I don't know, day moving average? Yes, sir, you bet. That is the name of the game on a lot of these charts, especially the ones that follow ETFs. Those would be very, very, let me just say it'd be worth your while to really, really follow the 20-day moving averages on anything ETF related or anything indice related. How about that? Okay, guys, there's my take. Don't get caught in the chop, please. Not on my watch. All right? Be cautious with your trading. Be smart with your trading. We're very extended into here. And if you want to go long, great, but you've got to manage it. Okay? You can't walk away. I wouldn't recommend you even go to lunch. Just keep yourself in the chair. More importantly, make sure stops are in place. Let your stops do their job. Okay? Don't go wide open to the long side right here without a stop to the below you, because you're gonna get hammered. And man, I don't like to see it. I get some pretty sad emails sometimes from people who have blown up their account, and they know what they did wrong, but at the same time there was a way to prevent that, and that's what I want you guys to do. Okay, if you enjoy the videos, I hope you are. And you like more of it, you want me to go into more depth, I cover in my subscribers newsletter. It's about $1 a day, $28 a month. Cancel whenever you'd like. I cover the Russells. I do Elliott wave counts, gold, oil. I give stock picks every week with entries, exits. Pretty much cover the gambit there. I also have the mentoring. If you guys really want to learn how to do this for a living, you need to contact me about the mentoring. That's where it's at. It's basically like going back to college. It's a very, very in-depth course, and it's not just, okay, you'll show me your trades and let's see how we could have done them better. It's far from that, really. It is. It's basically going back to college and in a classroom environment where we got to break everything down and really build it back up again. Great course. I know you'll love it. A lot of new things coming down the line. I have the trading room, of course. If you're available during the day, you can jump in the trading room. You can see that ad on the right side of your screen there. And then coming down the pipe, which I'm excited about, is a new product. And I can't wait to unveil it. But it'll maybe be very appealing to some of you out there that maybe don't have a lot of time to manage your own accounts and would like some help with that. So there's a huge hint. I just can't go into a lot of detail about it right now until we write up all of the specifics of it. Anyway, you can contact me about any of that stuff. Send me an email. That'd be great. You can give me a call. That'd be fantastic. I don't mind that at all. A pretty sociable guy, pretty friendly guy. Call me with any questions you might have. And we'll be back with you again for sure next week. Really kind of miss doing the videos for the daily viewers, so I hope you guys enjoy them as well. And see you guys again here in a few days. Watch closely for the pullback. Don't get caught in a long position that you know you're not supposed to be in. All right? Just be cautious. Be cautious. All right, guys. See you in a few days. Bye.